Okay, do we have a makeup or a breakup here? Apparently, he keeps peeing in the sink. And the email that we got says, a few months ago, I came home early and I caught my boyfriend peeing in our bathroom sink. Now, when I confronted him on it, he brushed it off, saying that he used to do it as a kid because it felt more comfortable and it was just quicker than going to the toilet. When I said, that is gross, don't ever do that, he's like, I promise I won't do it again. But I have caught him now multiple times after he said he wouldn't, doing it again. Now, he claims it's no big deal and it just washes right down. It's basically about the same thing as going to the toilet, but I find it gross and disrespectful. Now, is it some kind of weird childhood habit that he can't shake? And I don't know if I want to be the person to try to break him of this. Would he be overreacting to break up with somebody that you've been with for a little over a year simply for this? Everything else is great, but this has her really bothered.
I get it, because now it's like, okay, you asked him not to, and he's still doing it, and you're skeeved out by it because that's probably the same sink where you brush your teeth and wash your face and wash your hands, and you just don't want the cross-contamination of his urine in the sink. Like, I don't know. If he can't get past it.
That's a no for me, dog.
That's a definite breakup. And look, you can take the peeing in the sink out of it. It's the fact that you opened yourself up and told him, this is a boundary for me. And it's easily one he could keep.
He don't care about your boundaries.
He doesn't care about your boundaries. And look, you can start replacing peeing in the sink with other things because it shows you his level of respect for you by doing this. And you get out of those relationships. So it's not, first of all, he's twisted for peeing in the sink nonstop. But then, the fact that you've told him and you keep catching him, you're out of that one. Gone. Okay, but what about this one? I've never been in a situation in a relationship where he said, you know what, just things aren't working out. Let's take a break. Have you ever taken a break in a relationship?
Yes. Gotten back with the person, and it was triple worse the second time.
What's his name?
I will not give names anymore. I've learned.
There's usually a reason why you're breaking up or you're taking this break. And if it's egregious enough, it's all you're going to think about. Like, just cut it.
To me,
Make it clean.
I never did it because it's like, just break up. And then if something happens and later on in life you decide to get back together, then you've gotten back together. But now you've got this weird thought. And I think that this person has created a problem for themselves that they didn't need to because they're upset on what happened during our break. It said, I dated my girlfriend for 2 years. Things were getting stale and we were both just honest with each other. Neither one of us had dated much, and we both thought that we owed it to each other to make sure we were together for the right reasons. Well, I spent my 3 months just missing her and realizing that taking a break was a huge mistake. It turns out she was spending her time hooking up with dudes. She was with 2 different guys in 3 months, which is more than she had been with up until this time. She said it was what she needed. Just to know that I was the right man, but I just hated her approach. And since she was honest with me, I just can't get the thought of her being with 2 other guys out of my head. We're in our mid-20s, and I guess I never expected this outcome from taking a break. Am I being silly for permanently ending our relationship for what happened when we were supposed to not be together?
Look, if you both agreed to go on a break, which it sounds like you did, nobody did anything wrong, and she got action, you didn't, you got lonely, you realized what you lost, and now you are having a tough time just closing her eyes, thinking of other men laying with her, holding her.
Doing other things.
I was trying to keep it clean, but if you both agreed, that's kind of on, that's an agreement. She did nothing wrong if you guys agreed.
She didn't, but I think he's just grappling with the fact that he made a mistake and now he can't stop thinking about her and these other dudes.
Now, there's some times where you may not be able to get over that. And if that's the case, I think this is a breakup. If you can't get over this and move on, and that's all you see and that's all you feel, I do think you got to move on.
Sometimes you make mistakes, and then now moving forward, you never want to do this again where you take a break. And if you're done, you're done. Well, if you're together, you're together.
That's why I think it's dangerous because you had clearly 2 different concepts of what taking a break was going to be. He actually just took time to be alone and see how he felt. Did he feel better being alone and by himself? And he did not. She said, well, I just need to be with other dudes to see how compatible I am to say, okay, being with other guys sexually, is that going to make me realize that I shouldn't have been with this one guy? It sounded like she might have only been with just this guy.
Right.
And she now realizes, oh no, being with you was everything because there was emotion behind it. And I was connected to you, and the other two guys I wasn't. I could hear the conversation happening right now. And look, she's got a good argument. She's got a solid point, but it's whatever's in your head, and it's in his head, and he can't get over it.
And don't tell your new guy or your old guy what you did with your new guy or your old guy.
She thought
Just
she was
stop
probably doing the
talking.
right thing. She probably thought she was being honest and saying, okay, you told me about your time. Here's what I did. And here's why I've confirmed that you are the right man for me after being with two other guys in 3 months. I've realized it's only you, baby.
There are some people that can get over this stuff. If you're not one of those people, I think this is going to always haunt you, and I don't think it's the right move to stay with them.
Most people can't handle details of their partner's sex life before them or after them.
And I know
most people don't want to hear the details, so don't talk about the details.
And I know people will say, well, you're just being insecure. Well, yes, people are insecure. Stop acting like that's not a common trait in human beings, being insecure. Humans are insecure.
Makeup or breakup is the question. I asked, do you permanently end a relationship if somebody sleeps around while on a break? And 53% of people are saying yes, but that's a very close 50-50.
And honestly, it's because they both agreed. Unless I missed something there, it sounded like they both said they're going to go and try different things.
They did, but then now he realizes I can't handle the information I was given.
And it sounds like he couldn't make it happen either. She was making it happen.
Right.
It sounds like he couldn't get laid in the morgue.
Yeah, she didn't struggle.